Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's very dark. Today on Tallidus Plays, we continue our playthrough here in the Wild West Project Zomboid server, and I'm trying to look at this vehicle. There we go, vehicle mechanics. We're going to see if somebody was kind enough to repair my motorcycle. I was offline. And no, it appears as though it is still at 5% condition. Let's take a peek at this motorcycle, this green one here. I don't know if we'll be able to use it. I'm just curious to see. Is this in any better condition? Put this up. Okay, slightly better condition. With regard to the engine, everything else is kind of rough, to be honest. But it is a functional vehicle. Does it have gas? I don't know if we can actually see the gas. No, 71% remaining in the tank. Okay, so this does have some gas in it. Okay. The reason I'm checking this is because today we have a very special mission. We are going to go lay claim to a potential base expansion on behalf of our faction. And before we do that, I want to make sure that we have food. I'm going to go ahead and eat this protein bar. I'm going to basically throw all these seasonings and things back into storage, and we're going to go ahead and get some better food items. And if you're wondering, hey, Tallidus, I can't see anything, you're correct. I can't see anything either. I'm using the mini-map to navigate right now. We still have yet to hook up electricity to the base, so we have no lights on the inside, which makes for some interesting movement. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and we have the empty energy can, so that doesn't really help us. But we are now in the actual storage room, I believe. Here we go. There we go. So now we are in the storage room area. We're going to get a drink of water. We are going to fill our empty water bottle here. Delicious. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is basically throw all this bad, it's not really bad food, but it's just bad on its own. Kind of needs accompaniment. You know, it's sort of the accoutrement, if you will, to a better meal. And we can't just eat hot sauce raw. I mean, you know, this isn't Texas after all. Well, it is the Wild West, so, you know, I think a cowboy could handle just a little bit of straight hot sauce, but who knows. So I'm going to see what empty shelf there is. Looks like we're filling these shelves up pretty nicely, to be honest. And we're just going to grab a little bit of canned food to take with us. So getting rid of all these odds and ends, these rotten things, all these non-perishable food items. We're going to keep this extra water bottle. Because it never hurts to have extra water on hand. We're getting rid of these digital watches, though. Again, we have a whole bunch of random items on us because we were doing some foraging at the end of the last episode. Sugar packets, not really that helpful. Empty water bottle. We'll keep the you know what? Actually, we'll probably just get rid of all of this. Yeah, let's get rid of all of this. So we could use the extra space in our inventory. To be honest, we have the Remington 700. Let's throw that in here as well. And then all I really care about is this canned fruit cocktail. And a couple other food items. So we'll grab the canned pineapple. And what else can we consume that is not perishable here? Again, if we find something that is perishable and it's not rotten, I would happily eat it. But most things at this point are canned or nothing at all. So we're going to grab a few more canned items for the road. And the reason I'm being a little bit more... what's the word? Entitled with grabbing food is because we are going on a very crucial mission for the faction here. We are going out to see if we can't secure a very, very ideal secondary base location. So I'm trying not to waste too much time here, he said while wasting time. I'm just looking for a little bit more food. If I can, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Evaporated milk. Yeah. Sweet, sweet, delicious evaporated milk. Really good for calories. Got a really dense caloric value. We have our buckshot, but we don't have any buckshot in it. And if I recall, we had an issue last time. So I'm going to just throw this into the storage here. And you know what? Let's just see. Do we have any other melee weapons that are decent? Short blade is my forte, so even just another chef knife would be good enough in my opinion. We got 30-06 rounds, 45 Colt rounds, 380s, 22. Let's see here. I'm just flip through and see. Man, these people have been slamming. This is great. We got all sorts of... I'm trying not to waste items, though, right? I'm only going to use what is necessary. So a little bit of food, maybe a melee item. Oh, well, let's see. We got a 38 special that takes 38 special rounds. we have 38 special rounds in here? We have 45 Colts. We have a 45 Colt weapon. Colt single action, army revolver. Yeah, we'll do the Colt single action here. Will be our kind of gun of choice. So we'll keep that with the... Oh my goodness, was there 3 of them? Hold on. There were. Okay, well, we'll put 2 of them away. I didn't even realize that. That is kind of insane. Yeah, we don't need 3 Colt revolvers. Not some sort of revolver ocelot, if you will. If you know, you know. If you don't, that's okay. So we'll get the 45 Colt ammo here. Let's grab that real quick. Flip it through. Oh my goodness, did I lose it? There it is. Okay, 45 Colt rounds. So we'll grab 1, we'll grab 2 boxes. We're gonna open 1. That's 50 rounds. We'll keep the other one in the bag, and then let's go ahead and just load this thing. So, just a quick primary, and then. I mean, if we ain't rootin' tootin' at this point, I don't know. You know what we actually need is a holster. Because I know I saw a holster in one of these. So I do apologize again. We're wasting even more time, but I really do want a holster for this gun because, come on, we're in the Wild West. It's about time. I finally saddled up and got myself a holster. I can actually use this world thing to check all the containers nearby. And I should be able to find a holster. Toot sweet. Pretty quick here. So let's see. Up. And we got double holster. Yeah, we'll wear that. So we could grab 2, but for now we'll just do the 1. And so we're going to put the single action here and a holster left. Grab across the body. Another specific cowboy reference there. Okay, so we have... do we have enough food for now? I think we do. So we'll go ahead and open up this can of cocktail. And yes, we have our can opener, so we don't have to like stab ourselves in the hand. I have to open that while standing still. Okay. Now we can eat this as we walk. We're going to eat just the whole thing, to be honest, because I don't really want to mess around too much with having to eat food. Keep the tin can for now. Again, you never know what could come in handy later on in the playthrough, so I'm trying not to waste not, want not, as they say. And we have our chef knife. Not the best condition, but it's still quiet. And I think that's looking good. So we're going to basically borrow this green motorcycle if we can. If we can't, we're going to run, because I do not trust myself on the red motorcycle. Let's see here. Is this faction enabled? Can I borrow this? I can. All right. Well, I will be very careful with it. I promise. Pinky promise. We'll try our darndest not to have an issue. In fact, I'm going to get off right here. Make sure this is open. Okay. Just to make sure we have a clear path to the front of the base. I think this needs to be opened. Yes. Oh, there is a motorcycle in here, but that's okay. We'll use the green one for now. And then basically, I'm going to go dead shot across the desert here. We're going to go eastward. And I have an idea of where I'm going. It should be fairly easy to find on the map. Oh, okay, well, like I said, I'm being cautious as much as I can. There's a little bit of lag. I'm going to hop off here and close this door behind us because we don't want zombies getting into the base. There we go. And let's just check our map, and then we'll get moving here. If I can get on the motorcycle, that would be great. There we go. Alright, and let's double check the map. I know I did make the trek across here at one point, so we do know roughly where this road is. So we're going to basically head that same direction, but we're going to go a little bit of a different way afterwards. So you'll see what I'm talking about. Again, striking out onto the road, we have an open saddlebag on this bike, so that's nice. My character is a little on edge, probably because he was getting bored and a little sad. But we head out just as dawn breaks in the Wild West here. Making our way across the barren vastness of the Zomboid desert here. We'll see. Hopefully we don't encounter too many zombies. As we encounter too many zombies. It is nice to have a slightly better conditioned motorcycle, though, that hasn't been totally destroyed. And I will do my darndest not to make this one even worse. We'll see. Again, I think a couple people in my faction have been grinding up on their... What is this? Craving beauty. Too long in bleak places. It's turning the volume up on your inner unrest. Okay, so I need to find something beautiful. Well, you know what would be beautiful is some naturally occurring water. I wonder if we can find a place where the beer flows like water. Talking about a little place called Aspen. But yes, if I haven't already revealed the secret, we're actually looking for a very small pocket of naturally occurring water in a sort of a mine shaft cave system. And if nobody's gotten to it yet, then I should be able to claim it, because I don't currently have a safe house of my own. We had one earlier on, the very first episode, but I released the claim so that we could still claim something else in the future. So I'm hoping that I can use that claim to good use and potentially secure some infinite water supply. Which will be tainted, it will require boiling, but it is a good option there. It's a bit dreary. So again, my character is starting to get a little bummed out about this whole desert landscape. I guess we did spend the better part of the last day inside of a bunker, effectively blocked off from the light of the world. So even the sunshine in the desert is at least a welcome change of pace. Again, I don't want to hit all these zombies, and they are definitely swarming here. We're going to go kind of around this little gang here. But we have a mission, and we are going to stick to it. Hopefully we will not run into giant hordes of zombies that dissuade us from the mission, but we will see. So the vast majority of players on this map seem to be concentrated in the north and the western parts. So the east and south seem to be a little bit more desolate. There's also less towns out here. So, yeah, whoever decides to venture out here kind of has the run of the place. The only potential issue is, well, you're seeing it right now. It's a bit of a jog to get all the way over here. So we will require some better logistics as a faction to make proper use of these outlying areas. But you saw that we do have a few motorcycles on hand. We've got a truck at the base, so that is good for long hauls. My goal is to not destroy this engine today. I'd like to keep it at least as good as I found it. And then maybe see something nice. Again, these zeros are basically showing the beauty score of each tile. And you can tell that they're all zero because we're just looking at open sand. So, not much beautiful about it from the character's perspective. Starting to get peckish again. I might wait a little bit longer. Well, let's see, do we have any snacks that we can just kind of crunch on? What is the least amount of calories? Probably the canned potato. We'll open that up, so... yeah, let's go ahead and stop driving here. We'll open up the canned potato. And then I'm not going to eat all of this, though, because that would be a little bit of a waste right now. So let's go ahead and eat like a quarter of that. That'll should knock out the peckish trait. Yes, I'm trying to avoid having a tummy ache as well. My character does, you know, get a little bit of a tummy ache if he overeats. He's a cowboy working on his figure, if you know what I mean. Weight is down to 92. We started at 95, and I believe once we get below 90, or maybe it's 85, we will lose the overweight trait, and therefore we should lose our out of shape trait. Which means we'll have better fitness and potentially better strength. I think it's at least better fitness, so pretty good deal. Again, if you're willing to, you know, losing weight is not hard in Zomboid. It's actually keeping weight on that's the real challenge. So losing weight will just happen. Even if you're eating throughout the day, it's really hard to get enough calories to actually gain weight in the game, which becomes an issue if you survive long enough. Being underweight is actually a significant problem because you start to lose fitness the other way because you're too light. You don't have enough energy, and you know it's a whole thing. So you're right against the road. That's why there's that big patch of zombies there. Once we get on this road, we're going to start following it to the south. That's right. Going southbound on this road for a little while here. Which didn't take us too long. I'm going to kind of stay a little askew because what I'm looking for is going to be on the east side of this road as we head south here. Again, Zomboid's isometric, so everything's kind of diagonal, but basically, the road is going... I'm currently driving directly south, as far as the game is concerned. So if I were to drive directly down, this is technically southeast. that's your isometric directions in a nutshell. The important thing, though, is what's alongside this road, and that's what we're looking for. So, if there's a big horde of zombies nearby, what I'm looking for, I'll have to get a little bit creative on how to draw them away. I'm gonna check a map real quick here off to the side. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like... Oh, I see. There's a road leading to it. Okay. Okay, so there's a road that will split it off, so it'll be very, very obvious. There'll be a road kind of splitting off to the east, and then I follow that, and hopefully there aren't a bunch of players there waiting to shoot, but we'll see. Again, the other nice thing about being on a PvP server and being on the outlying areas is that you don't have to worry about players sneaking up on you as much. I feel like we're getting close. Seeing some dynamic environment here, a little bit of greenery alongside the road. Maybe not here. Okay, we'll keep going. And yes, there is water in the cacti, but it's not very consistent, and it's pretty easy to run out, and it's still all tainted water. So any water you find is going to be tainted unless it's in a leftover in a sink or a water cooler from pre-apocalyptic times, but otherwise, it's all tainted, so... The idea of finding a water base is basically we set up a boiler, and then we can have somebody like potentially myself basically man the base and constantly generate clean water for the rest of the faction to come use at their leisure. Because if you have an infinite water source, you don't have to keep scouting around for various pockets of drinkable, potable water. This is interesting. Got a couple cars here. Okay, this is what I was worried about. I'm going to have to do a little bit of zigging and zagging, although this does imply that player might have been here recently. I know at least one of our faction members have come through here, because he took a photo in the area. And I think this is it, actually. Oh, hold on. Which side? Which side? I think it's on the north side. Oops. Should not tab away when a zombie is approaching. So yeah, I think it's going to be on the north side. So basically, we're going to take a scenic little detour here. Try to avoid these zombies, and hopefully they will lose track of me quickly. And I'm gonna just kind of jog around. Oh, I see what looks to be an internal cavern over there. So let's... Oh, a billboard. That's interesting. Okay, so we're gonna pull around here and see. I think this is gonna be the entrance. Looks like an old construction site area. Okay, so let's kill the engine. Of course, there's a horde of zombies right there. Is this the entrance? I think this is the entrance behind the porta potties. Look at that. It's like a secret entrance? Okay, so yeah, I think there's actually a door. This is like Mad Max. This is hilarious. Hold on, let's see. Oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, let me see. Can I sneak all the way in here? Wow, this is amazing. Okay, hold on. So, can I release my current safe house? Hold on. I'm already a member. Safe house. Quit safe house. Okay, and then claim. Cannot be claimed until empty. Ooh. So there's somebody in here. Let's take a gander. Unfortunately, that means I might have lost my access to the other safe house. These are all negative. Oh, great. Oh, and here it is. This is the water. Wow, okay. Can we drink it? Nope, this is tainted water. So, but this is the water source. We found it. Because I'm already the member or owner of a safe house, I am not. Shenanigans. Quit safe house. You sure you really want to leave the safe house? Yes. Okay. Safe house. Okay. Claim safe house. View safe house. Refresh. Okay, so this is technically now do I own this whole mine area, or let's see, what is this? Does this count as mine? As long as it says view safe house, I think that's mine. Ooh, okay. I think I like what's going on here, folks. Not a lot in the way of loot, but that makes sense. My other person probably would have been here already. So I'm going to need an admin to basically add me to the other ones to regain access, I think. But yeah, I'm liking what I'm... Ooh, there's storage back here. Okay, okay. A little bit more canned tomato, some cereal. So we got a little bit of food to hold us over, which is nice because we are getting a little hungry again. Let's eat another quarter of our potatoes. Oh, we just got hungry yet again, so eat yet another quarter of potatoes. All this driving around really gave us quite a hankering for some potatoes. Oh, that's on the other side of the room. Okay, and then this is like a bunk bed area. Very fun. Oh, a meat cleaver. Okay, well, good to know. We'll leave that there for now. Okay. Do we have beauty scores? This is actually a slightly nicer area. With these twos, I think the plants might work. No, it's all still kind of negative. I think it's because it's just dark. Here we go, billiard table. That's kind of fun, right? This is like a full-on hangout pad here. This is pretty nice. Alright, I might be posting up in here, folks. This could be my little Far East, Wild West, you know, setup. It's got a little ham radio. It's got a... Somebody left this on. Let me... Device options. Turn that off. I don't think it's got anything we need. Okay. But yeah, I think this is looking good. Alright, so all I need to do now is start maybe clearing the immediate vicinity of zombies and looking into what I can do to create some sort of system by which we can sterilize all of this delicious drinking water. So basically we need fuel, fire, that which I desire. I get it, this is a containment, it's like a little airlock. You're meant to stand in here, sterilize, and then go into the actual area. That's cool. Okay. Well, let me let the people know in the Discord that I have claimed it and that I need to get re-added to all the other ones. Okay, and then we're going to do a little bit of a little photo here just to show what we've got. Okay. And then can I copy this, or do I need to paste it? I think I can copy it. There we go. Sorry, y'all can't see that, but I was just basically taking a little screenshot of where we are, showing the people in the Discord so they know what's going on. And yes, this is not a very beautiful place. I think it's because of the industrial walls, the darkness. So we're going to get out of here for now, get back into the sunshine. But I gotta say, I absolutely love the entrance here being the secret porta potty entrance. That's a really cool idea. And it genuinely reminds me of Mad Max. Because I think there's a scene in Mad Max where I think they crawl into like the trunk of a car, and it's like actually a ladder that goes underground. I don't know if that's Thunderdome or it's one of them. But you know, Mad Max is definitely one of these spiritual, you know, associations with Project Zomboid. So not surprising in that instance. Gonna do a little bit of combat here. We're gonna be cautious though, because I really don't want to die. So there's no safe house respawn in this server. You respawn back at the starting town like everybody else. So if you die, you have to get a ride all the way back out to wherever your safe house might be. So that's something to think about. Very careful here, if you can. Kill shot. Okay, we're staying in crouch mode. Again, I'm very grateful that we were able to turn the motorcycle off. That way it's not drawing all the zombies in the vicinity to it. No, I mean, that bulletproof vest is shot. Pun intended, actually. I didn't even think about that. It is in fact shot. Yes, it's no longer useful. 3 holes, to be in fact. As a matter of fact. I'm going to loot this area, and we're going to see what we can do as far as setting up. I don't really want to ride all the way back to the main base, especially because I don't think we have access anymore. So we're kind of left to our own devices. Let me let them know. Okay, yeah, I just let them know that I kind of took the green bike, so I'll bring it back eventually. Whoever owns it, I'm sure, is not super pleased, but I think securing this is definitely worth it. Oh, a water cooler. Perfect. So again, we're going to back away here and see. I don't like how many zombies there are. Do we have a lot out here? Maybe I can just go out here and have myself a little bit of a shootout with these zombies. We got 6 shooter and my Colt 45. Reasonable condition, decent damage. Let's see what we can do. Alright. Well, that wasn't good. We went 6 shots, nothing killed him. So we're gonna reload here, and we're gonna stay standing. That time I was in a crouch, so maybe we're better off standing. Almost died. So we're gonna shoot and turn, basically. Okay, I don't like that. That's not fun. Reloading again, and basically I'm gonna take a large kind of path out here. I don't know how many zombies there are, but again. Again, you gotta shoot to get good at shooting. You know, that's just the way it is in Zomboid. So there will be some unfortunately lost ammo. I apologize to those in my faction. I know it looks like I'm wasting, but gotta level up somehow, you know? As long as I'm hitting the zombies, it is helping my level. If I'm missing entirely, that doesn't really do me any good, but a hit is a hit, and a reload is a reload. Although, at this point, I see more zombies in the distance, so we're going to do a little bit of a jog around here. Switching back to our chef knife. Yeah, we're just going to do a little jog around. Back towards the road. Because I don't want to grab all those zombies if I can avoid it. Yeah, see, we had quite a few following the gunshots. Which I'm going to say that's a feature, not a bug, right? I was clearing the area. Now we can give them the old slipperoo. Hopefully they'll lose interest sooner than later. We'll go into a crouch, and then we will be able to loot the area. Okay, and then we still need to eat more. So let's see, what else do we have? We got the evaporated. Let's do the pineapple for now. Go. And then we have at least, how many zombies are coming? Ooh, that's a little pack there. Oh, we're gonna have to fight some, so we'll at least fight these 2 to get started. Use boots. Boots were made for stomping. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Really going there. So let's we'll take a little nibble off of our new can of pineapple. I think eating a quarter should be fine. So my character is no longer dreary. So it was either the gorgeous environments or just the presence of zombies that cheered him up. Let's just say he's a fan of the desert, you know, the vast, glorious open desert. Some more necklaces and jewelry. And then what I'd love to do is start getting any large water vessels kind of in the base, because we can literally start putting the water jugs. I mean, those aren't exactly common. And the dispenser is nice, but if the jug is tainted water, it still needs to be cleaned. So basically, we're going to have to get a large pot of water. Ooh, that is propane. That could be our source of heat. Let's go in here and see what we got. Just trying to think of the logistics here. So what we could do is this full of water? It is. This is completely full of water. Okay, so can we, how heavy is this? Water dispenser. Can we pick it up? I wonder how heavy this would be. 30. So we could pick it up, but it's basically going to break our it's a protected container. Can we not pick it up? Oh, no, we can. Okay. Going to break our back for a little while. Well, this is not good. We need to drop it here right away because there's zombies just outside. This is how you die. Okay, luckily we were able to put it back down. So we need to kill all the zombies before we do anything. Yeah, see. That's super sketchy. Okay, so we'll kill a few zombies. Oh no! Oh no, we got scratched. Okay, hold on. It's disinfect. Okay, we're scratched. Adhesive bandage. Okay. Not great. Guess I got distracted with leveling up my short blade or something. Thought I could shove one more of these guys out of the way. Oop. Okay, keep an eye out here. Hopefully that's not an effective scratch. Let's see. I just did the whole speech, the whole song and dance about not respawning at safe houses, so what do you know? Let's run away, because I think we just drew all those zombies. Possibly one. Yeah, I think we got at least one. Okay. Oh my goodness. At least it wasn't a bite. Because a bite is a guaranteed infection, so. A scratch, I believe it's like a 7%. Laceration is 25%. So it's the best possible injury, if we're going to get any injury. It's a scratch. Chef knife is almost toast. Yes, that was a chef pun. Okay, how bad is this going to be? Left upper arm scratch. Okay. Well, what do you know, folks? Gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, you know? Is it worth it if we get infected, if we actually die? Who knows? I think so. I mean, we would love to probably record my skills, although, well, we got another, like, patch of zombies coming through. So, yeah, this area is just gonna take a while to get to a reasonable level of zombies. Let's eat some more of these pineapples. So here's the question. Do I take the motorcycle back to base to make sure that somebody can still use it? Oh, cool. Soviet's inviting me back to the other safe houses. Does that mean mine is accessible? Hold on, let me see. How does this work? Safe house. Okay. Safe house. Okay. So you can't select respawn safe house. Okay, so I think I should be a member of 3. The original, the new main one, and then the one I just captured. So let's avoid that for now. Keep an eye on that. Yeah, this is going to get dirty quick. So let's go ahead and swap this out. Disinfect again with the alcohol wipes. I'm going to be a little bit extra careful, because I really don't want this to be infected. And we're going to use a normal bandage now, instead of rip sheets or adhesive. And what I'd like to do is at least wash. Can I wash the bandage? I don't think I can. I'm going to wash myself at least. That will also help with not getting infected, if possible. Now, the virus infection, you know, the zombie virus, that's its own thing. If you get infected with that, you're hosed. But you can basically get normal infections in any wound, any scratch, laceration, cut, anything like that. And basically what that does is it makes you even weaker, and it makes the wound, it takes a lot longer to heal. So my character is already a little bit behind the 8 ball because part of our skills, or info I guess, is that we are a slow healer. So it takes a little while to heal up. Having said all that, we're going to crouch here. Oh my goodness. It's just a group of like 25 just kind of chilling, walking past. I'm going to take a peek at this grill here and see how this looks. If this has propane in it, then I'm a happy camper. So we have the grill, barbecue. It does have 20 hours of fuel, so there is a propane tank underneath. How heavy would this be if I picked it up? 15 encumbrance. We need to remove the propane tank. I don't know if I can use that inside, so we'll have to keep that in mind. What I might need to do is basically set up like a water cooking area to cook up the tainted water. Maybe just outside of the base, or maybe above it. If I can use it inside, that would be great. I think it's only the generators that can't be used inside. Oh, there's so many zombies. Okay. Yeah, I might just hop on... I think I'm going to hop on the motorcycle and get out of here. Let's eat some more pineapples while I think this over. So I think the important thing is that we have the claim. So that is good. We have propane grill. We have water storage. So now we have kind of a game plan of what we're going to do. This might be my mission in the server, is to basically hydrate the West. It would be fitting because I almost died in the second episode of the series. So if I could provide safe drinking water for my whole faction in perpetuity, it would be a very, very nice kind of full circle objective. And this horde is just... they are tight. They are thick as thieves. Do not like this at all. I'm hoping they keep walking down southways. That would be nice. Because they're kind of blocking me from getting to the motorcycle. I don't like it. And I don't like all these guys over here either. Or those guys. Okay, so we're getting the crunch time here. I need to probably make up my mind on how I'm going to go about this. We have a few coming back towards me. We're going to go around this side, north and west, around this building. Hope I don't come across any, and then we can probably hop on the motorcycle and get out of here. I really don't want to risk having any, what do you call it, zombies coming up on me here. Is this a claimable safe house? Let's just see. Claimed. I don't know if I can... No, it would show claimable on it. Okay, so we're going to go... Again, you clear your corners. You never know who's just kind of sitting on the ground next to a wall. And they could really ruin your playthrough if they get up and just start walking at you. So I'm going to go around this small house here. And take a peek in there. It's decent. Okay. This is like the, you know, general contractor's sort of main office, so we'll take a peek in here. So, yeah, see, this is how you know it's a claimable area. Okay, just double check the bathroom. Sink. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. We'll definitely use these because we've already used a few more, so we'll grab those. You know what? I think I could use the water. Is this clean? Yeah, that's clean water. Let's go ahead and fill up our water bottle as well for the return trip. Not too shabby, actually. This could be, if I were to roleplay like the Water Baron, this would definitely be my office where I kind of lord over the water supply. But more likely I would use the actual base that I've claimed to be the office. So I'm going to move through here. Again, I might try to poke my head into the shipping container if the zombies will allow it. But I also might just hop on the motorcycle and get out of here. This is logging, so probably all planks, yes. Which is also not a bad thing to find, because again, these can all be used for, you know, construction and whatnot. Or even storage. We could actually just use these wooden crates for storage. So let's do something a little bold before I leave. And basically, we're going to draw this little horde away with a couple of honks. Is this locked? There we go. I clicked it on accident. So yeah, we're gonna do a couple of honks, a couple of toots on the horn. And you can see every time you honk, a zombie kind of, like this guy right here, he's gonna reroute as soon as I honk. See? He just turned a little bit closer to me. That's because they're all kind of gaining, you know, a little bit of awareness of your location. I don't really know if there's anything else down this way, so I don't really care about dragging zombies over here. Okay, then what we're going to do is basically stop honking, for starters, and we're going to take a nice little scenic tour pretty far out to the north. Try to avoid all these guys if we can. And we're going to approach from the far north side of the area. You know what? Let's do a little bit more of a workaround here. Kind of going to avoid hitting anything if possible. Don't want them to follow me back towards the base, so let's just do this one more time. Okay, I kind of came right back. We'll see if that did anything. Okay. Yeah, okay, so they didn't really follow me as well as I was hoping, and it looks like they've all just kind of wandered back towards the area, but that's fine. I'm just going to trust that we have the safe house for now. And I think we might need to head back towards our actual main base. Again, we'll see if we can't pull some off. Well, that was terrifying. It looked like 6 or 7 just appeared in front of me. Also possible that I might have been honking too much, so maybe they're getting a little confused here. We'll see. Yeah, several groups. Let's get them going back out this way here. Each time I honk, it kind of resets them, so it's possible I was just honking too much. The only other problem with doing this is that I'm drawing more zombies from the far east region over. How far does this map go? I mean, we're not close to the edge, to be honest. There's still tons of room, so yeah, maybe we'll just bring them all out this way. And then I'm going to come back around at some point, and maybe we'll do a little bit of a campfire and, you know, burn out some of these hordes. Keep the tin can there, and I think we're ready to head back towards the main base. So we have our main mission is accomplished. Let me just see if I can't get access. I just kind of want to poke my head in one more time, but I don't want zombies to follow me, so we're going to see how many are still chilling right in front of it. There's still a pack of like 20. Didn't really move that far. Can I park this here? Yeah, let's park this here. Kill the engine. Go into sneak mode. And I think I can probably sneak over to the base real quick, just to see. We're going to hop in here, get a little bit of a snack. And then I think it would probably be a good idea to head back to the main base. Yeah, she's going to walk right past these porta potties and see me, I bet. Okay, do that. And yes, we are definitely in a safe house that we have claimed. So this is going to be a Casa de Tallidus for the remainder, or at least for the current remainder of the season here. And yep, I'm going to do a little bit of research and see what we can do with the propane grill. If we can use propane, that would be great. More realistically, we want to burn wood. I think that is the only real thing that I could get plenty of supplies for. So we can also fish, which is amazing. Is this actually a fishable area? Oh, I think it is. Okay. Yes, this will be the fish and wildlife and water reservoir, because that is the infinite food and water. So all we need now is a generator for electricity, so we can actually store the fish in coolers and freezers. And then we'll need something like a wood-burning fire and lots of pots and pans that we can cook the water and make it pure, nice and sanitary. After that, we just need things to store it in, so bottles, pots, pans, things of that nature. So we have quite a laundry list of items to get, and I think the only way to start is to go back to our main base and start picking them all up. So before we leave, we're going to go ahead and open a can of evaporated milk. quarter just to see how much that fills us up. Okay, we'll have to drink another quarter apparently. Alright, that's good enough for now. We gotta spruce this place up because, boy, is it depressing in here. But for now, it's time to journey back across the desert as dusk descends. And again, I just wish this was a little bit more hidden on the minimap, because other players can definitely see this. So it's very not obvious from, you know, the layman if you're just looking at this, but if you see the minimap, you're like, oh, there's a little passage there. Yeah, I think we're going to head back towards the main base. If for no other reason than to at least drop off this green motorcycle, because whoever it belongs to, thank you. I'm trying to keep it in good condition. And that's going to be instrumental in securing this future water supply. So when I go back to base, also what I'm picking up is basically, you know, water storage and cooking objects, as well as fishing items and fishing lures. And then honestly, we could probably forage for the majority of our fishing bait, such as lizards, scorpions, things of that nature. It should be pretty easy to forage for. Again, I think that might be a Porsche. I'm not entirely sure, maybe a BMW. But I'd like to come back and see if that car is decent condition. But right now, we are just going straight back to base, if possible here. So quite an eventful episode so far. We actually were able to really lock down a very crucial part of survival for the faction. Basically take the stress off of constantly looting for supplies of water, as well as, you know, waiting for it to rain, draining every cactus in a, you know, 4-mile radius. So now we have steady water, and assuming that fishing actually works in that pond, I'm not entirely sure how well it will be, but assuming it works, then we'll be good to go. And hey, it looks like Samuel is up here. Let's take a peek. I see him driving along, it seems. He's definitely in a vehicle, probably another motorcycle. So we'll go come up and say hello. Howdy. Oh, what the heck? I think he hit me. Sorry, I think you're lagging a little bit. Or maybe I'm lagging, I don't know. I'll stay out of your way. Yeah, one of us is lagging very badly, so I'm going to stay out of his way. Because I think he just hit the motorcycle, and I was just making such a big deal about not destroying this thing. And I turn around and almost destroy it. That kicked me up like 10 feet in the air. Alright, well, sometimes a Bronco's going to buck, you know what I mean? Should have stayed on the road. I don't even think he saw me. I have to use that steam relay or whatever it's called, steam overlay. There's something where it prevents you from having these kind of desync events with other players. In a PvP server, that is crucial, so I should really look into that before I do anything official PvP. Because if somebody's going to be lagging that much in a vehicle, then I am at a huge disadvantage when it comes to PvP combat. I'm going to drink the rest of our evaporated milk here as we head westward toward the main base. We're looking pretty good. We still have, you know, extra box and then 20 rounds of 45. All I'm really worried about now is the potential turning into a zombie aspect. Let's go ahead and switch this bandage out. We're going to disinfect one more time with the alcohol wipes, and then we'll go back to the normal bandage. This can also be cleaned. So the adhesive one is good as a quick, quick fix. It's literally a band-aid, but we use the normal bandages when possible to try to keep a better plug on things. Feeling slight pain from that scratch, but so far it doesn't seem terrible with regards to Nox virus side effects. I'm not sensing anything yet. Again, your character basically starts to get clammy, they get anxious, you start to kind of feel a little nauseous sometimes. So there's a series of symptoms that progress to you turning if you actually do have the virus. And the cure might actually be an option in this server. I haven't seen one yet, but apparently there might be a few cures floating around. I don't think they're really easy to produce, though. I don't really think there's a lot of laboratories out there, people producing cures, kind of like other servers. So basically, if you find it, great. If you're not, then you better record your skills in a skill book and get ready to respawn at the main town. Having said all that, I think my main objectives for the next episode will be actually crafting a skill book so that I can record the skills that I've gained so far, because we're doing pretty good. We actually have a nice little set of skills: aiming, reloading, trapping, foraging, a little bit of the agility skills, sprinting, light-footed, sneaking, some combat, nothing really amazing there. That doesn't take too long to get. But the big one there would probably be the aiming and reloading. And yeah, it would be a shame to lose all that. So we'll probably see if we can't get a skill book to at least make a record. And then obviously the other items we're going to grab are all the water items and the fishing items, so that we can hopefully set up a nice little food and water station there to the southeast. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's right, I forgot there's this pretty big horde just east of our base. So we're getting close, and I can kind of sense it. Even without looking at the main map, I know that we're getting fairly close to our base. It's like sort of like going through an asteroid belt, you know? Like there's the main one. It's, you know, oh, we're getting towards we're just outside of Mars, and then there's another one like, to the edge of the solar system. So the asteroid belts, but they're full of zombies. Basically hop into the shelter and probably just get off the motorcycle and call it for today's episode. If you've made it this far in the episode, please feel free to like and subscribe. Again, the first episode I did of this series really blew up in a great way on my channel. It was one of the better performing videos. So hopefully the success continues, and I really do appreciate everybody kind of tuning in and watching and tagging along on my little Wild West adventure here on the Gangs of Louisville Wild West server. It's been a lot of fun, actually. It's really cool to see a theme on a game that I've played so long. Never really played under a Western theme in Zomboid, so kind of adds a little bit of a fresh take to the formula. And again, everybody subscribing has been really great. I'm still kind of on track. The current goal for the channel really is to get like 25 subscribers per month, if possible. And I've kind of held on to that. Again, I've been doing videos since the beginning of August. So August, September, October, November. Each month we average about 25 subscribers. So I'm trying to keep that pace up through the holidays here. Obviously I'm not posting quite as much because things are busy, work is busy, doing family stuff, but I still love to put the videos out. It's a lot of fun producing them, and it's a lot of fun seeing people kind of enjoying them online. So I really do appreciate everybody who's been tagging along with me on this adventure. And having said that, we are now back at base. So we're going to pull in here. And you know what? I'm not going to blind everyone with darkness. So I'll say, until next time, this has been Tallidus Plays.